GearNetwork.com.
This is a Gear Network production.
From Wherever We Decide Studios, broadcasted live on iTunes, Spreaker, and worldwide, this is the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast with your hosts, the Crimson Cyclone himself, Cyclone Jones, and of course, the producer, Pat G. The G stands for Gangsta. And now kick back and get ready for the eargasms.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all shapes and sizes, I'm back, baby. Mr. Cyclone Jones in the building. After a short little quick vacation, I'm back. Eargasms all over the place, baby. And of course, you already know who I'm out of tune.
Sitting next to?
I'm out of tune.
Yeah, well, vacations
usually do that. But you already know who's with me. Mr. Pat G. The G stands for gangsta. Pat G, tell him what it is.
It is TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, and we're back on the episode schedule after a quick little live adventure to IWF in Brockport, New York.
Yeah, about that quick venture to IWF Brockport, New York.
Listen, I can't help that you can't get out of work on Fridays.
Listen, it's not even the point of getting out of work on Fridays. But if you're going to do a live podcast, don't be so dead. And when I mean dead, I mean dead air. And when I say dead air, I mean space. And when I say space, I mean nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. It's okay, though, Patsy. It's all right. It was your first live show, and you had Gomez with you. Or no,
Salvatore Morocco.
That's who it was. I get those two confused. Salvatore Morocco with you, and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about either.
And it was his first IWF show.
His first IWF show. A couple of IWF shows.
I follow IWF to a degree.
But you guys did a live action podcast there.
Yes.
And it was good for the half part. I'm not going to say the most part, but the half part. But there was dead air. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it next time. Next time when I'm there, we'll do it the right way.
Well, we've already discussed this.
Yeah, we'll do it the right way. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Thank you for joining us. TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, back in the building. Mr. Cyclone Jones himself. And I'm loving this right now. The microphone loves me.
The microphone does love you.
Always.
But
we are going to talk pro wrestling like we always do at this time. As you listen to this, as you sit down and you play tiddlywinks, or you eat your chicken wings, or, you watch wrestling as you listen to a wrestling podcast, as you're at work, you're loading dock loading, you're loading packages at FedEx, UPS. TPS reports. Anything you're doing.
I got you to pop for that one.
You did. I know what you're talking about there. So, anything that you're doing, you're listening to TTRP. So let's get straight down to the nitty-gritty, to the meat and potatoes, so to speak.
Yes.
WWE Fastlane.
And a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this entire show.
There was a lot of gripes about that.
There was a lot of gripes. The kickoff show saw 205 Live Tag Team Edition of Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa taking on the Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. And crowd reaction was there, but it was your typical 205 Live tag team match.
Can I just tell you how much I love Alicia Fox?
I know you love Alicia
She's
Fox.
psycho, crazy as all. She's like crazy as bat.
She does not like that. She does not want people to talk about that.
Listen, but she seriously is, though.
Yes, she is.
Like, legit.
Yes.
Like, no gimmick. She really is crazy.
All the guys were on point. Mm-hmm. The match was good. It was just your typical cruiserweight match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel like somebody in the back is telling them to, like, go out and have a great match, but don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
Which, that's what the crowd wants.
That's what they want in a 205 match.
They want guys to jump and spit flippity-doo.
Flippity-doo-dah. Next match was Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. This was a good match. Opening the pay-per-view. First match off the gate, we have the Destroyer versus and every single time I hear his music, I think of all nine inside out, living la vida loca. Always
the baby face
always
bump monkey.
Always
that is known as Sami Zayn.
But Sami Zayn, this match was good. I mean, it was the underdog Sami Zayn being a smaller guy versus Samoa Joe, who has always been a destroyer, but now he is labeled the destroyer in WWE.
Exactly.
You know, he's always been that big guy. He's always been that hard knock type of wrestler. But now in WWE, he actually is labeled that.
He can be the Samoan submission machine.
Exactly. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. And that's where Sami Zayn slipped up.
Oh, yeah.
You talked way too much stuff, Sami Zayn. I mean, you're good, but Samoa Joe is a big dude.
He is.
You know, that bicycle kick that he does from the corner is freaking amazing, which I'm going to probably start trying. Just to let you know, I'm throwing that out there.
It's wrestling. Everything gets taken but used in a different way.
Exactly. You know, it may turn into a hurricane something. Do you want me to finish eating or go to sleep? That's the letter that I just received from my daughter. I'm going to say go to sleep. Good job. Thanks for messing up the podcast.
Well, while everybody loves Renee Young.
I can give and take Renee Young.
I've while she's still relatively new.
That's Ambrose's girl, though.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
While she's still relatively new,
Moxley,
the brunette they've been using for Raw, Charlie Caruso.
Yeah,
she's
that's
rising up the ranks.
Yeah,
she's rising up the ranks. She's not as good. Like a lot of people say, she's not as good Renee Young, like hosting wise, but she's relatively new. But she's getting there,
right?
Like, and it gives you a different feel because Renee Young is SmackDown.
Yeah. Okay. Understandable.
Next up was the Tag Team Championship between Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson taking on Enzo and Big Cass.
Can I just say, this match written down on paper sounds boring.
It's so gone. It was horrible.
This match, I watched a little bit of it,
yeah,
and then I fast forwarded because I watched the pay-per-view late.
It's essentially your Enzo and Cass are your prototypical babyface tag team.
I don't like Enzo though.
No one does. No one. Enzo is fantastic on the microphone,
and he should just be a full-time manager.
But he's horrible in the ring.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. People keep talking. They're getting to a point where Enzo's going to transition to this manager thing. Cass is the money guy.
Yeah.
But it's just, eventually they're going to have to break the team up.
They're going to have to do something.
Because
he's not entertaining. And Gallows and Anderson are entertaining when they have a great opponent against them. This just
but Gallows and Anderson were, from day one, had their nuts cut off.
True, they have.
Because while they're trying to work their style from Japan, but they're also trying to keep it within that entertainment faction of WWE.
Right.
And it's just not working.
It's not working.
It's just not working at all.
Next match, we're going through this pretty fast. Wow.
Well, like I said, it wasn't a
good pay-per-view.
It was not a good show.
I only watched half of it. I was somewhat entertained.
Nia Jax taking on Sasha Banks again.
Listen, Sasha Banks is amazing.
I know. You have your love for Sasha Banks.
I'm not talking about her wrestling skills.
Yes.
Amazing.
Sasha Banks did pick up the victory.
She did.
In a reverse roll up, essentially.
How do you reverse Samoan drop into a roll up and get the 3 count?
Yeah, I don't know. It just happened. It was just there. It was honestly just there.
Anyway,
Mick Foley and Enzo Amore must have went shopping together before the show because they both had red and leopard print. Now this is where filler becomes filler, and it's filler.
Yeah,
Jinder Mahal and Rusev decide to break up and see who the better singles competitor is. And for the love of God, I never thought a Cesaro match would be boring.
Yeah. Well, it was Jinder. You see Jinder stumbling over spots.
Yes.
Like you see him, like on one spot that I saw, he tried to choke Cesaro on the ropes.
Yep.
And instead of actually choking him under the ropes, he puts him on the ropes and then chokes Cesaro directly. So the ropes are still under him. So he's just like choking him. Like,
essentially.
That doesn't make any sense, Jinder.
And then Cesaro wins. Rusev takes out.
Because Jinder looks up and see Rusev getting up.
Yep.
And takes his attention off of Cesaro.
Of course.
And then Cesaro hits him with the very European uppercut.
Yeah.
And it's over.
3. And then Rusev comes in the ring for his opponent, which is the Big Show.
Wait, you're skipping stuff. Come on, Pat G.
I don't care about Rusev beating up Jinder Mahal.
But it's a part of the show, damn it.
Listen, it's filler, and I don't care about it.
Listen,
it was bathroom break time.
The fans care about it, Pat G. The
fans were quiet the entire time.
TTRP is not about you, Pat G. It is bigger than everything you have. TTRP is about the fans. Am I right, fans? Yeah, you're right, Cyclone. Yeah. Oh,
Go ahead, put yourself over, like you always
Cyclone,
do.
I love you.
Go ahead, put yourself
baby,
over.
Cyclone, yeah.
This is what you do. You put yourself over.
Damn right.
The TTRP, not the Cyclone Jones show. Okay, fine. Rusev beats up Mahal. Yada yada.
Rusev comes in and officially says, "You know what? We're done." Beats him up to a bloody pulp as he stomps the cow mess out of him. And then his opponent comes out.
Big Show.
Go ahead. Now you can say it.
The Big Show comes out.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know it was a Big Show.
Who I will say is in the best shape of his life, probably since his first year of his career.
Yeah, that's what they said on the commentary. So you're just stealing their commentary words. Good job, Peggy. You're a thief.
You know what? It's
you
wrestling.
are a commentary thief.
Everybody
Peggy.
steals everything.
But I did look at, as soon as Big Show came out, I was like, holy damn, he looks good. Like, really? He looks really good for a big guy.
He posted a picture, like, him in the gym, and I was just like, I saw it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, he looks really good. Like, seriously. So that's a good thing.
Though I feel bad for Rusev, because when they debuted Rusev, they built him as this unstoppable beast.
Mm-hmm. Didn't he beat the Big Show up?
He did.
Yeah.
He beat a lot of people up.
Yeah, he made
and then
Big
he
Show
ran
tap
into
out.
the machine that is known as John Cena.
Of course, and everybody.
And
no one beats John Cena.
At WrestleMania, and since then, Rusev's just been
That's
up and down.
Well, because John Cena felt as though he was going to be bigger than him. That's why. And done.
So, Rusev and Show. I will say, Show knows his time's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to have that last... He's pushing for the WrestleMania match against Shaq. Like, from all intents and purposes from reports, that it's... Both guys want it, but both sides can't come to an agreement.
Yeah, that's like McGregor and
Mayweather.
You know, they claim they want it, but they won't come together for money. But anyway, it doesn't make a difference. I hate Mayweather anyway. So let's get back to wrestling, because I just went boxing and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Big Show hits 3 choke slams and the WMD.
3 choke slams in the WMD.
Yeah. So it was like overboard a little.
It was. That is massive.
It was like the fact that you needed 3 choke slams and your WMD to beat Rusev.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes
over.
Rusev a massive monster.
This is true. Match of the night coming up. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. Neville, the king of the Cruiserweights, taking on the gentleman Jack Gallagher.
I did see this match. This match was amazing.
Match of the night.
This match was seriously amazing.
Gallagher, and this is the thing, is Gallagher has such a simple, basic thing, and it's over.
You mean gimmick? His style?
His style, the gentleman thing, like his gimmick is over.
I like how he just comes out in like a Speedo. It's so awesome.
No knee pads, no elbow pads. Just him and his umbrella.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's awesome. Like his whole shtick is good. I mean, he's a great wrestler, you know, and he doesn't even look like it though.
No. And Gallagher pushed Neville to the point of Neville had to break out the red arrow.
Yeah.
Which he had not used in months.
Yeah.
To finish him off.
Yeah.
And some of the bumps that Gallagher took were nasty.
Yeah.
Like just the way they looked. Like I know they probably ran through this match like one or two times before the show and everything.
We don't do that. What are you talking about?
I don't.
Yeah. Thanks, Pat G.
They probably
That's an edit.
that's an edit right there. But especially the bump that Gallagher took off the end before the red arrow, like man landed on the back of his neck. It just looked sick.
Yeah,
it did. Paul Heyman showed up, and then more filler. Even though it was entertaining filler.
I don't think this was filler. This was a match that was
no,
built up.
The New Day.
Oh, the New Day
showed up with their ice cream bicycle.
Ah.
And Big E starts singing Randy Orton's theme, which was hilarious. And Kofi and Xavier Woods like, you've been sipping. They're gonna have they had the bicycle, they had the ice cream thing like with the New Day pops. So the New Day has accomplished something that CM Punk couldn't, and has created ice cream.
Awesome. You know what? And you know they're doing that just to piss CM Punk off.
Oh, of course.
It's WrestleMania time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's WrestleMania. They're the T-shirt and a dream.
Yep.
And then after that, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman.
I heard this match was horrible. I mean, I don't think Roman is that good to carry him.
It was good had it gone about 7 to 8 minutes shorter.
Yeah.
Had it not gone as long as it did. But Reigns made Strowman look good and strong, even though Strowman took the loss, because Strowman took everything Reigns could deliver.
Yeah.
Superman punches, spears, everything. Like, just, he took everything.
I read somewhere that somebody said they're trying to make Reigns or Strowman the new Kane.
Well, they're trying to make Strowman that new big giant because Kane's pretty much done.
Big Show's done. Undertaker's done
outside of the random once a year appearance. So they don't really have that
big monster guy,
bigger than life monster. And Strowman from when he debuted to here over the last 9 months has improved steadily. Yes. And it's been the fact that he got to work with Sami Zayn probably helped tenfold.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it improved his confidence.
Yeah. So the next match is the ladies. Hello, ladies. I did it. I sure did.
No, not even that. It just...
Was it a bad match?
Went too long.
It went too long.
And I'm sorry, the booking of the Raw Women's Division is horrible.
It is.
It's horrible.
Who do they have, though?
Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, Nia. That are your main four. You have Dana Brooke came back after her injury or whatever.
Okay.
You have Alicia Fox on Raw. Well, the cruiserweights. But on Raw. And that's it. The rest of the division is on SmackDown. And the thing is they're building towards her at a 4-way match, supposedly Bayley, Charlotte, Nia, and Sasha at WrestleMania. But the way that it seemed like they were building Charlotte perfectly fine. The 16-0, the undefeated record at pay-per-view events, championship matches, and all that is fine. But then Sasha suffered the injury. And I think they panicked. And they panicked, and that's what brought Bayley up. And what was working for Bayley in NXT is not working on Raw.
It typically doesn't. It typically doesn't, though.
And
that's one of the things that people they don't understand, that NXT is a different monster than Raw and SmackDown. They don't know that. That's why the Ascension bombed out.
Yes.
Because it was awesome there, because it was something new, but as soon as they came up, they didn't know what the heck to do with them. You know, I mean, it's who else? Zayn. I mean, Zayn is another one, I think. I mean, Zayn's doing great. Don't get me wrong.
But that's a credit to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
That there was Adam Rose.
Adam Rose is another one.
He came up and just
bombed out. They just, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how they make the I don't understand how you can't make the transition, or you don't understand the transition doesn't work when you're in NXT to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing it right in elevating the character correctly.
No.
You know?
And we get and there were a lot of botches in this match at times. Bayley trying to hit her corner elbow. It was like Charlotte kept trying to pull herself up and wasn't waiting for it. And everything. And then Sasha Banks ran down to run distraction as Charlotte was going to go for the moonsault onto the floor. Mm-hmm. Distraction. Bayley to belly on the outside, roller in, Bayley to belly, 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. Once again, they're building it. If you're not going to do a 4-way, then you're building it to have Sasha turn heel on Bayley. Because, you can't win without Sasha's help. You can't. And then finally, Bayley's going to confront her, and Sasha's going to be like, you know what, at a turn, beat you up. I'm the reason you have the championship yet. And the way they're booking it, it's hurting Bayley.
Right.
Because Bayley is your true babyface fold.
Right. She is your champion and your poster child right now.
And the way that you've built it, how she won the championship, granted, yes, in retrospect, when Charlotte came out and demanded her to hand back the title and everything, what Bayley should have did is Sasha was only out there because Dana Brooke was out there, and that would have built. But they never made any mention of that. It was the focus was on. On Sasha helped you win.
Yep.
Now Sasha helps you retain the title and end the pay-per-view streak. Mm-hmm. A lot of people saying Charlotte's pay-per-view streak should have ended at WrestleMania. It would have, whoever ended it, whoever got that 1, 2, 3 would have been made.
Right.
Because WrestleMania is your show.
Yep. I mean, Charlotte is Charlotte. She's a beast.
This is true.
It's all good.
And then your main event of the evening.
We're at the main event already?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Kevin Owens, the WWE Universal Champion, defending the title against Goldberg.
Yes, Kevin Owens, my boy, retaining the championship. That's what I'm talking about. KO, baby.
You're about to cry. You're about to cry. Kevin Owens comes out. Bell doesn't ring. Kevin Owens jumps out back and forth in the ring, taking his time. Gets in the ring finally. He's like, let's go. I'm ready. Just as the bell rings, break the walls down. Chris Jericho comes out, makes his appearance on stage.
Coming to help his boy. Kevin Owens. That's what I'm talking about. Still your Universal Champion.
Nope, you're going to cry again. Jericho comes out. Owens flips shit. Momentary distraction, turns around. Spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Your new Universal Champion heading to WrestleMania, defending the title against Brock Lesnar, Goldberg. Match lasted a whole 20 seconds.
Listen, Goldberg is my boy. Goldberg loves me.
This is true.
Goldberg seriously loves me.
This is true. Like, he did give you permission to use the jackhammer.
Gave me permission.
There is video evidence
to use the jackhammer. I am the only person that has permission from Goldberg himself to use the jackhammer. So I'm happy. Goldberg is my man. That's my dog. I'm the Goldberg champion. I'm the champion. I am the WWE Universal Champion. Cyclone Jones is Universal Champion because Goldberg is Universal Champion, and that's my boy.
What are you, stealing Chris Jericho's gimmick now?
Damn right. And if you keep acting up, your ass going on the list. Exactly. Don't you mumble a word. Yo, be on the list. Quick as fast in a hurry. All right.
The Miz all of a sudden? Miz all of a sudden stealing everybody's shit.
So we're gonna do this. Let's take a quick break. Just to take a quick break. I think this episode is gonna be kind of short, just so you guys understand that. Got a lot of things going on right now. We got a lot of stuff to add up, and we don't got a lot of stuff to talk about this time because over the couple of weeks we have a lot of things going on.
This is true.
But so we're gonna take a break. Go get some popcorn. Go get some juice, some candy. Sit down, relax, kick your feet up. If you're at work, tell your boss to shut up and listen to the TTRP and listen to the sounds of Pat G. The G stands for gangster. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Misguided Amusing, Better Alive Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com, SHOPGERE.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cyclone Jones. And we're back, TTRP, baby. Back in the building. Thank you for returning from break. Listening to all those commercials in there. So, today, we're going to finish off what we talked about before. And that's pro wrestling. Because I love pro wrestling. Peggy, do you love pro wrestling?
I do.
And fans, I know you love pro wrestling because you're listening to me right now. So let's continue with this session of Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast.
Well, we're going to switch gears to the independent scene.
I was waiting for the music to play, but there was no music.
There was no music. There'll be music in the post edit.
You put music there?
Yes.
Really?
I do.
You promise?
I put your theme there, usually.
Awesome. All right, cool beans.
Yeah.
So let's change gears from WWE to independent. And with the independent scene, we have a couple of shows that happened
Recently.
over this weekend recently. Unfortunately, I was not able to accompany the society as they traveled to NOW.
This is true.
Northeast Ohio Wrestling. Unfortunately, I was sick this weekend. I was sick as a dog.
This is very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So I was not able to travel. However, we do have the results for what happened over this weekend at NOW.
Yes. Blake Acumen won a 6-man invitational to earn a roster spot for Uprising.
Wow.
So, young guy that's probably been in the school at NOW finally got his chance, and now he's up on the roster for Uprising.
Yeah.
Cass Keith defeated Leo Monte. Avarice defeated Shayla Hyde.
Ooh, there was women wrestling. And I missed that?
You did.
I missed it?
You missed it.
Damn.
Sean Phoenix and Marcus Everett went to a no contest after Alan Graves attacked and destroyed both men.
Marcus Everett is my boy. I love this young kid. This young kid reminds me of a young me.
Of a young you?
No. I never did any of the stuff he did.
He does a lot of flippity-doo.
He does a lot of flippity-doo-dah stuff.
Did you see him freaking climb a column?
Pillar? Yeah.
Column and moonsault off of it?
Did you see when he moonsaulted? He landed on a guy that didn't even see he was coming?
Nope. Yeah. Didn't even know that he was going to be there at all.
Everybody else is looking up, and this dude just standing up, and he turned his back to him, and I swear Marcus ever landed directly on him. It was hilarious.
Right on him.
Funniest thing in the world.
Tripp defeated Dante the Black Angel. But after the match, VCW attacked Tripp, placed Tripp's leg in a steel chair, and viciously stomped it.
Ooh. That's kind of That's kind of nasty. I may have to go to NOW and kind of find out what happened, because Tripp is one of my boys.
This is true. And VCW's been invading NOW over the last couple of months. Miss Hannah defended the AIWF Women's Championship against Angel Dust. Jonte Keith defended his Cruiserweight Championship against Liu Kang Saker in a hellacious street fight.
Yo, that match right there was amazing. I mean, every single piece and portion of that match was on point. I didn't see the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But if I did, I honestly believe this would be match of the night, because that match was freaking amazing. And it made sense.
Yeah.
And it made sense, because sometimes when you watch hardcore matches, matches that have a lot of weapons, no disqualification matches, sometimes it doesn't make sense. This match here made sense. This match here was
psychology
freaking phenomenal. I honestly give you a hand cap, Liu Kang. Regardless of he's one of my writing partners, not part of society, seriously, I give him, that was amazing.
Well, moving on, the Natural Aces won a 5-team gauntlet match and now will face the IndyCar Mafia to name new NOW Tag Team Champions.
IndyCar Mafia is going to be there in 18.
Yes. The IndyCar Mafia, the last time they were in NOW in January, defeated then the Tag Team Champions, War Inc. But unfortunately, one of the members of War Inc. suffered an injury and they had to vacate the championships.
So now the IndyCar Mafia comes up and wants to stake their claim.
Well, they had staked their claim by defeating War Inc. and was essentially going to get a championship match.
True.
But now they have to fight a brand new team to claim them championships.
Okay, understandable. I mean, Thomas Brewington and Eric Emanon.
To continue the what Eric Emanon claims is the hashtag Gold Rush.
Yeah. And the Mirage. They are definitely doing their thing on the indie scene.
Absolutely.
They are. They are traveling and taking names. I'll definitely be in the house for this match here. And I definitely will see exactly what's going to happen. I want to check this out. I want to see if the IndyCar Mafia can actually do exactly what they say they can do.
They have been. I know. Aaron Williams defeated Chris Chambers to become the new NOW Heavyweight Champion after interference allowed Williams to pick up the victory. After the match, Williams and MM3 continued to assault Chambers. Colt Daniels came out to defend the man off. Daniels hit Williams with a super kick and then hit MM3 with the Imperitor. Chambers took out Williams with a big move. Chambers and Daniels both celebrated and walked to the back. And then as Williams was regaining his composure, Colt Daniels turned back around, rushed the ring, cashed in his guaranteed championship opportunity that he had won from Dante the Black Angel earlier in February. Bell rung. Colt Daniels hit this running kick. And then 1, 2, 3. Colt Daniels is your new NOW Heavyweight Champion.
That's the ultimate opportunist right there. I mean, you got to take it where you can.
Absolutely.
So let's change gears. NOW. We're going to go to MFW.
Yes.
We're only going to talk about 1 or 2 matches here. And I'm bitter.
I know you're very bitter about this.
I'm bitter.
And I could give a rat's ass.
Nope. Okay.
Because, just for the thing is I know the powers that be at MFW don't respect us and what we do.
Right.
That's it. I could give a rat's ass. But there are people at MFW that I'm friends with that I support and I'm happy for.
Yep.
And a couple of them won championships.
They did. One of those particular names, Angel Down.
Yes.
Robbie Vegas and Xavier Jones. The Mad Dog.
Won the tag team championships.
They are the new MFW tag team champions.
After defeating the Violent Party.
Yes. Which is a violent party indeed.
Mikey Every Night and Chris West. But they have a very strong challenge next time out.
Why is that?
The Homewreckers of Jet Rebel and Anthony Gaines.
Homewreckers are the next competitors for the title.
Yes.
I may have to check that out.
Yes, the next show in May, the Homewreckers are challenging for the belts.
Sounds good. I may have to check that out. Also, one more match that we're going to talk about, and then that's it for MFW, is the newly crowned MFW heavyweight champion.
Well deserved. I know.
Well deserved, yes. Some maybe.
To a point.
To a degree. I mean, I was stripped of the title because the promoter didn't like me.
This is true.
He claims it's for other reasons. But I know the real reason, and I won't put that on Facebook. I won't put that out there.
You're not going to put that out there. It's behind the scenes.
Exactly. I know the real reason. But the promoter didn't strip me of the title. I take that back. He made me lose to Bulldozer. And then when Bulldozer won the title, and it was supposed to be me defending it at this show.
Yes.
I wasn't defending my title. So, I mean, I wasn't going for my rematch. So understandable I'm not there. Okay. So Bulldozer has a match against
Salvatore Morocco.
And also, I can picture his face and I can't think of his name. Flash Lennox.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Flash Jordan. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Flash Jordan Lennox.
Flash Jordan, yeah. Flash Jordan Lennox. Triple threat. Does Bulldozer retain his title? No. Paper champion. Transitional.
Yeah.
Like, why even do that? It made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, all you're doing is making your title look stupid now.
With the whole flippity flop.
Yeah, you're flippity flopping your heavyweight title.
Yeah.
It looks stupid. You know, as soon as I came back from injury, you flippity flopped the title, you know, because you wanted to put it back on me, but taking it away from
Bruiser Schmidt.
You know, you made him a paper champion. He was pissed off about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your company, I don't care. But, I mean, you're making your product look stupid. But that's my personal opinion. Anyway, but Salvatore Morocco gets the win and becomes the new heavyweight champion. Congrats, Salvatore. I'm happy for you, dude. You know, definitely make it happen and make sure you do exactly what the boss says you want to do, because, you know, if you don't,
one day you could be champion, the next day you could be out.
You know, the next day you'll have your name next to a match losing to what's his name? What's the big tall guy with the long hair? I don't remember anybody's name.
Rick Abbey.
Rick Abbey, thank you. You'll be losing the title to Rick Abbey after the main event defending. You know, but on to LPW.
LPW this Saturday, Fremont, Ohio, the Strand Arena. And the last LPW show saw a tree have his life just taken from him.
A tree?
As the Dirty and the Faceless, also known as the Aponte twins, a tree got knocked out of the ground.
Oh yeah, they did go outside, didn't they?
With the street fight.
I forgot about that. But the mayor said it was okay.
The mayor said it was okay. We'll take care of it. We will take care of it.
And that's awesome when the mayor says, "Don't even worry about it."
This upcoming LPW show should see Blackjack Phoenix cashing in his championship opportunity. He was unable to make a last show for various reasons. Tim Horner Jr. is finally going to get his hands on Superman Lover. Also, Tripp and Louis Perez in a Hangman's match.
They finally end their feud.
They finally got to the point. And Orlando Christopher, who's been a loved person at the LPW, is going to take on Justin Maine, who's making his LPW debut.
Okay. I will definitely be in the house. I am back to 100% healthiness. I am back to me being able to cyclone punch people now. Back from vacation. I'm back.
Your R&R.
Back from R&R. Back from not being able to punch anybody in the face. You know how much I miss that? So
it's been quite some time.
It's been quite some time.
Speaking of you punching people in the face,
Yes.
who did you punch in the face at Nickel City? Who suffered the Cyclone punch? Was it Salvatore Morocco or Dan Joseph?
It was Dan Joseph, unfortunately. Yeah, Dan Joseph had hit Salvatore Morocco with what move did he hit him with? He hit him with his finish. He hit him with a big move. Mm-hmm. And as he went for the pin, I had to pull him out. But in order to make sure I got the pin, I had to hit him with a Cyclone punch.
You had to. So
I hit Dan Joseph with a Cyclone punch outside the ring, slid in, stole the pin, unfortunately.
Still holding on to your trophy.
Yes, I am. But after that, at Nickel City Wrestling, after that show, or after that match,
yes,
the heavyweight champion came out to wrestle in a singles match. It was the Latin Soldier versus
David Evans.
However, David Evans, as they get ready to wrestle,
yes,
you see the kaiju Chris West come out.
What?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And the kaiju Chris West instantly jumps in the ring, and he forces his way into this match to make it a triple threat.
Well then.
So yeah, it was something amazing to watch. Match went on, with the Latin Soldier being the champion that he is.
Of course.
He did retain against two men.
Oh wow.
As the Latin Soldier is starting to celebrate and catch his breath, Mr. Cyclone Jones jumps into the ring and instantly challenges him to a match and says, your title will definitely be on the line because the next match you have will be against Cyclone Jones.
Wow. Cashing in that opportunity.
Think it's about time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Think it's about time. So we'll see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick show. This really is. Yeah, it's a quick show this time. We gave you a sample just because I came back from R&R, my vacation in the Bahamas. I can tell you about all that all day long. Went to Miami. I was in Miami. I had my IndyCar Mafia shirt on, repping the IndyCar Mafia. Went to Miami, had some fun in Miami, drank a little drink, eat a little eat. And then I got in a boat on a cruise. And on the cruise, I just cruised out.
And
had my Cyclone shirt on, people looking at me like, oh my gosh, is he a pro wrestler? Oh my goodness.
Signed autographs?
I did not sign autographs. I did talk to some people about wrestling, though. I did tell them I was a pro wrestler.
That's very cool.
Well, I didn't, actually. I didn't. The girlfriend did.
Yeah. Well, she's got the pro wrestling on her arm. She's got to flaunt that.
So
she's got to flaunt that.
Did talk about pro wrestling. Somebody in Ohio told them, it's Fremont, Ohio, where I wrestle at. So
very cool. Very cool.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got any questions for us?
I will.
No questions.
Before we go, I will touch on something. For the first time in ever, I actually saw a indie show go start to finish 2 hours.
Wow, what show?
It's the show I did in Georgia, in Porterdale, Georgia.
Yeah,
started at 6:30, ended at 8:30.
Oh wow.
With a 15-minute intermission, mind you. 15-minute intermission, show went 2 hours.
See, and that's how things should be. Once everything is in place and you actually adhere to your times, and you adhere to things that are supposed to be happening backstage, then the show can go on like it should be. But then you get people that want to be like, oh, I just want to get my stuff in. I need to do this. I can't leave without doing this.
Yeah. I will say this. The show was good. There was a lot of talent down there. The heavyweight champion, Gunnar Miller, is a fuse between a couple of guys up here.
Oh wow.
He's a fuse between Bill Collier, Vince Fowler, and Tyson Dukes. Like the way he moves, the way he looks, it was like it's those three guys like combined.
Vince Valor.
Yes.
Oh, God, you said his name, and now he's going to be like, oh. Tyson Dukes and Bill Collier.
Yeah. Those three men combined, like, were this guy.
Wow. Why Vince Valor, though? What makes you think of Vince Valor?
He had a very similar look to Vince.
Yeah?
Like, just
and he was
stature and gear.
And he was tall like Collier.
Yeah. And, like, the beard, like, dude, and then just a complete, like, in-ring skill set of the three.
Yeah? Okay.
Of the three.
Cool names.
Yeah, it was a fun trip. It was a fun trip down. I originally went for the experience and network, and that introduced myself.
Right.
And I ended up ring announcing.
Yeah.
Found out like that day. Like that day, essentially.
See, that's awesome. And that's how pro wrestling works, though. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So for the wrestlers that are listening to this that always say, "Oh, I don't want to go anywhere because I don't know if I'm not booked or not." You don't never know. You never know until you
And this
go.
is the thing. I went with the pure knowledge of knowing I wasn't booked for anything.
Yeah, I mean,
like I was. Hey, if I got a rough spot, cool. But it wasn't until probably a few hours before, until we were probably halfway down, and thank you, Thomas Rewington, was talking to whoever was the booker promoter, and that said, yeah, we're bringing a guy down that can ref and ring announce. And he's like, oh, you have a ring announcer? He's like, yeah. Next thing I know, he's like, you're ring announcing tomorrow. And I like for a good like couple of minutes, it was like shock because I wasn't expecting it. But as I was taught, always bring everything.
Always bring everything.
So I had everything with me.
Yep.
So yeah. But the thing is I went with the pure thing of, introduce myself. Maybe I'll maybe network a little bit for the podcast, and I ended up ring announcing the show, and a lot of people were actually impressed.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. You know, always bring your gear, and you know, go at least to introduce yourself so that you can set something up for later.
Oh,
and something may come up now. You know, but a lot of people that art isn't taught, and that art is lost. And the reason why sometimes it's not taught because the people that are teaching don't freaking know it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And then it's lost for the simple fact that you got lazy bastard ass wrestlers that only want to go when they know they're booked. I don't want to go unless I know I'm booked. No, go and network. How do you think you get your name out there?
Yeah.
You go and let people see you. Like as soon as I walk somewhere, like if I walk into a building, like any building, I'm not even talking about wrestling in general. If I walk into a building, someone's going to see me like, holy damn, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get that all the time. You know, I get, you know, from my kids, you know, oh, my friends are all scared of you because you're so big. You know what I'm saying? Or just whatever, you know, or I'm at work, you know, people are joking around. Oh, Ish, I'm coming to get you if you need security. You know, so, you know, exactly. And that's the thing. So people notice me.
Yes.
So if I want to if I know I want a spot in a show, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to walk in so you can notice me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to see me. You know, if you got a spot for me, cool. If not, then you know I'm a big guy. You know I'm a worker. I came here with other workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can vouch for my work. So now I'm in your head, promoter. Now I'm in your head. So next time, now when you're putting your show together and you're thinking about my boy that you just signed, wait a minute. He came with that big black guy. Hey, let me get in contact with him, see if he can work.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you want to work here? I'll put you in the match. Bam, now I'm booked for the next show.
Yep. And then you go from there.
Yeah, but that art is so lost because people are so they're so I don't even know the word for it. I want to say pretty and protected, but it's not the right way. It's not what I want to say. They're so spoiled. I guess I'll say spoiled. They're so spoiled because they want to be like, oh, I don't want to go unless you're going to book me, promoter.
And lazy.
That too. You know?
Because this is the thing is, I ring announce like 3 shows. Most of the time I was reffing. Went to LBW. First LPW show I reffed. From there on out, because of the pre-cut promos and everything, I got told, okay, we're going to make you the voice.
Yep.
And from that, it led to everything else, and it led to more more places that guys that were there that run their own promotions go, hey, I like you. You were going to put this date down. I'm going to use you this way.
Yep, exactly. I mean, and that's for another example. And then I got to get out of here because you know I'm tired of looking at Pat G in the studio. Another episode where I got in contact with Rex Atkins, Dirty Rex Atkins, and beginning of my career, a couple of years in. I'm probably 4 or 5 years in at that time. And he says, hey, we're going up to Canada. You want to come with us? It's like, I can't guarantee you anything, but you want to come. Okay, not a problem. I'll go with you guys. You guys got an open spot, not a problem. I took my stuff with me anyway. I get up there and the promoter looks at me and he's like, hey, I got to, you guys, I don't really have anything for you. I said, but I can put you in the Battle Royal, see how you are. Cool beans. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Like I just went up there on a whim just to go and chill. And the promoter sees me and says, hey, I'll put you in the Battle Royal.
Exactly. See what you can do.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be. But people are so freaking scared. Like, I don't want to go unless I know I'm going to be booked. No, that's one of the dumbest things you can say.
I will say this, and it's probably one of the most solid things I've been told is in the past when I started traveling with you, and then I started traveling with Eric Emmett and Thomas Brunson, the IndyCar Mafia. Eric looked at me and told me, he's like, while you're trying to build what you're doing and you're doing with the podcast, for the first 2 years, you're going to lose your ass.
Right.
And I'm like, I lose money or I get close to breaking even. I rarely ever come out positive.
Right.
But you know what? I love doing this, and I'm trying to make something of it.
Right.
And now that I'm networking more and more because I'm ring announcing and roughing more and more places, more and more people are starting to know who I am and know the podcast. Right. And the podcast is building.
Yep.
To the point where when I get to a point where I'm not ring announcing and roughing, I still have a podcast to go to shows.
Exactly. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. Check us out, GearNetwork.com or Gear Network app, wherever you want to check the Gear Network out at. You can also iTunes. I just got an iPhone. First ever having an iPhone, and I can download every single podcast. So that means if I can download the podcast, you can download the podcast. So definitely check us out in podcasts on iPhones and iTunes and all that good stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. Pat G. The G stands for gangster. I am Cyclone Jones. We are out of here. Cyclone!
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.